Italy, Germany, Japan, just a few of the countries you would expect to make the next great supercar. But deep in the heart of Nigeria, in a small town named Jos, is a little-known manufacturer who has been in the supercar business for 5 years, and they just released their second model. Bennie Agro began as a manufacturing company that sold locally made agricultural machinery. It was founded in 2016 by Jerry Isaac Malo, a 22-year-old entrepreneur pursuing his lifelong interest in practical engineering. After rising to success in the agricultural industry, Bennie Agro has expanded into other markets such as food production, medical equipment, construction, and yes, even exotic cars. Just as Ferruccio Lamborghini evolved from tractors to exotics, Malo has been similarly inspired to try his hand in the art of luxury sports cars. Their first attempt was called the Bennie Purrie. It debuted in 2019, featuring a custom chassis, fiberglass exterior, and gull-wing doors. It was an amalgamation of over a dozen different design studies done by local artists, integrating input from Malo himself. As a proof of concept, the Purrie was plagued with issues, such as overspray, broken parts, and generally poor build quality. Typical setbacks for a new brand with limited resources. Not to mention, the car was powered by a 2-liter motor providing a meager 130 horsepower. Not exactly supercar numbers. But Malo was undeterred by the obstacles, so Bennie Auto went back to the drawing board and spent the next 5 years working to improve. Everything they learned from their first experience has finally culminated in the brand's second model, the Bennie Sternum. The sternum is among the strongest bones in the skeletal system, matching the rugged functionality of the car. Its design was inspired by the Bennie leaping hair logo. That means an aerodynamic front combined with a muscular side profile. Like the Purrie, Bennie gave the sternum a rear hinge deck lid and functional side intakes. Over 70% of the car's components are built in-house at Bennie headquarters. But to overcome the difficulty of producing everything by hand, a few parts here and there are borrowed from other brands, such as the cleverly integrated Toyota RAV4 taillights and the Mercedes-Benz Y-spoke wheels. This gives the sternum a far more polished look and a similar style to the A-Spark Owl or C8 Corvette. But the real key to its improved performance is a mid-engine 4.2-liter Audi V8. The same engine that produced 414 horsepower in the first generation R8. It sits inside a custom hand-welded tubular space frame chassis, one with a rather unique single-shock suspension design, which is aimed at stabilizing the vehicle on rough Nigerian roads. The sternum is also equipped with an electronic lift system that can raise the car up to about 12 inches of ground clearance in mere seconds. While still far from the polish of supercars from more developed nations, the Sternum nonetheless represents a massive improvement in build quality over the Purrie, with better fiberglass work, tighter panel gaps, and more displacement. I can only hope that Bennie Automotive continues to improve on their ambitious journey to bring Nigeria its first homegrown production supercar. It's undeniable that they've come a long way in the first 5 years, and one can only imagine the innovation that will occur over the next 5 years. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for watching.